G'day everyone, ASMR Sue here. Thought I would do a little story time video today. Nowhere near as sad as the last one. Probably a bit more, well, I won't say a bit more dramatic because, yeah. Anyway, I'm on a few days off from work. Today is Tuesday the 8th of October. The story begins yesterday. The last couple of days have been quite hot here in Brisbane or Queensland, southeast Queensland where I live. Yesterday got up to about 36 and I think today got about the same. Quite humid usually. Yesterday wasn't quite as humid as today. But yeah, so hot weather for spring. It's not actually winter, summer until December, so we've got another 2 months of spring, but we're already getting like mid to high 30s, and I don't cope well with those sorts of temperatures unless the heat's dry, so the humidity really knocks me around. Anyway, so yesterday I just sat around the house and didn't do a lot. Like I said, Monday was a public holiday here, and I've taken today and tomorrow off work, so I don't go back to work until Thursday, so I have a little bit of a long weekend. I work in the hospitality industry, so I actually work in customer service for a hospitality distributor. So we're coming up to Christmas, which is our busiest time of the year, so thought I'd have myself a little mini break, recharge the batteries a little bit. So everything was fine all day yesterday, and then it was probably about 10 o'clock last night. I thought, TMI warning, I thought I need to pee. So I got up and went to the bathroom, and as I turned the light on and I turned into the bathroom, this massive spider ran across the oh, it's giving me the shivers just talking about it, across the edge of the bath. Well, it freaked me out. My family will know, and anybody who knows me really well who watches this will know that I am deathly afraid of them. Like, I am so afraid of them that I will end up sobbing, and I didn't last night, which I was really proud of myself for. I wasn't far off it, but I actually didn't cry last night. So anyway, swore, jumped back out of the bathroom, light still on, went to the kitchen cupboard under the sink and got the fly spray, the bug spray, poked my head into the bathroom, but didn't want to poke it too far in because I didn't want this thing to jump out at me, because it was massive. It was like massive. So I kind of sprayed some bug spray in there, and then came back out and stood on one of the kitchen chairs. Thinking behind that is that if it ran out of the bathroom, if it got some of the bug spray and it ran out of the bathroom, I'd be up on the chair, so I'd be safe. So I'm standing there, I've got my phone, I'm messaging my sister. Oh my God, there's a massive freaking spider in my place. It's in the bathroom, and I don't know where it is right now. And she's just as afraid of spiders as I am. Both of my sisters are. My dad also didn't like spiders. In our family, when I was growing up, my mum was the one that dealt with spiders. We actually called her, oh my God, I've just realised that the light is making this really weird pattern on my cheeks from my glasses. Maybe I'll just take them off. I can't see a thing, but at least I haven't got weird little marks under my eyes. Anyway, so Mum's the spider wrangler in the family. We joke that she has a catch and release program. So 9 times out of 10, she will catch the thing with a plastic container up against the wall and then slide a piece of cardboard under it and trap it and take it outside and let it go. Sometimes she'll just kill them if there's no other option, if she hasn't got anything that she can catch them with. There's only one time I saw her actually get a fright from one, and that was when she was trying to hit one with a broom. can't remember, it might have been a teenager, so it was a while ago. And it actually got on the broom and started running down the handle of the broom at her. And that's the only time I've ever seen her actually freak out. So, anyway, this was really late at night last night, so I couldn't ask my sister to bring her over because my sister lives with my mum. I think I've said that in a previous video. So here I am messaging my sister. She can't come over because she's as useless as I am when it comes to them. Standing in the kitchen, watching the bathroom door, and I'm gesturing that way because that's the direction that the bathroom and the kitchen are in. So then my bedroom, which is over that way, not that way is the kitchen and the, looks like I'm pointing back. That way is the kitchen and the bathroom, and then my bedroom's over that way. So I went into my bedroom and I opened the door. My bedroom has a door between the bedroom and the bathroom. So I turned my light on, opened the bathroom door, peeked my head in, couldn't see it. So I thought, well, I'll give it a spray of bug spray from this direction, and maybe that'll flush it out. Because I'm thinking, well, I can't go to sleep with this thing running loose in my house. So my sister tagged me in a meme this morning on Facebook, and it was, there's a spider in my house called Cotton Eye Joe, because I want to know two things: where did he come from and where did he go? So at that point in the time, literally that's what I was saying to my sister. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know where it is. I'm freaking out because I can't go to sleep. I will not be able to sleep with this thing alive inside my house. So anyway, come back out. I'm standing on the kitchen chair again, and I don't know, maybe 20 minutes passed. And yes, 20 minutes of standing on the kitchen chair. All of a sudden he starts coming out of the bathroom. He's on the floor, so he's not on the roof or, you know, up high or anything like that. So he starts coming out of the bathroom on the floor, and I am pumping bug spray on him. Like literally, I reckon I used about half a can of bug spray over the course of the next hour and a half, and he just would not stop. He ran around the kitchen. I had, because I was right next to the kitchen table, there was a couple of packets of biscuits, crackers on the table. So I picked those up and tried to throw them at him. Missed completely because I'm hopeless with, you know, throwing stuff at things. He ran round the kitchen, he came into the lounge room, ran across the floor, basically where I'm sitting right now, into the corner, up the wall, and this is all with God knows how much bug spray on him. He then went into the blinds you can see behind me is my back window and sliding door to go out to the backyard. So he ran across there to the side here, back into the kitchen, and then and so I'm just literally psh, 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 like constantly. I'm gonna have to go and get a new can of bug spray because there's probably about that much left. So I reckon this all took about, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. I think I ended up messaging my sister at probably about 11:45 to say it all. So in the end, he's in the kitchen. I've pumped so much bug spray into him, he can't climb anything. He's like just sitting on the floor with like every now and then a leg twitching on, you know, either side. So I had a couple of pairs of shoes, or I had a pair of sneakers here in the lounge room, so I picked those up and chucked them at him. Missed again. Ran into my bedroom, got a couple of, like, all the while eyeballing him to make sure that he didn't, you know, all of a sudden run after me or something like that. Got another 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, threw them at him, still nothing. And I'm thinking, my broom, the only broom I have, which is an outdoor broom, is in the garage, and I don't have internal. So I keep kicking the tripod. So sorry if the film shakes a little bit, the picture shakes a little bit. I don't have internal access to the garage. I have to go outside, and I didn't really want to at that time of night, and I didn't want to go that far away and have him out of my eyesight. So I have a stick vacuum in the spare room. So I went and got that, and I came back and I stood on the chair and I poked the shoes to squish him. he wasn't moving, so I was quite confident that I had killed it. So I got down off the chair, I plugged the vacuum in, and I vacuumed him up. So now he's in the vacuum cleaner. And I don't know if any of you have ever watched any horror movies or like dramatic psycho kind of movies, but the bad guy looks like he's dead and then he comes back to life again. Think bad guy, bad girl, whoever. Think Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. Think just, you know, Sleeping with the Enemy, Julia Roberts and whoever, I can't remember the name of the guy who played the husband, all of that sort of stuff. The baddie always dies or appears to die and then comes back to life. So my thing is, what if he isn't dead? So I've left the vacuum running and sprayed bug spray up the vacuum so it would go in and be in there with him. But that wasn't satisfactory enough. And I didn't want to empty the vacuum in case he was still alive, because then he could just crawl out of the bin. So I opened the back door and I put the stick vacuum outside on my back veranda where it still is 24 hours later. Closed the door, went to bed, happy, messaged my sister, yep, all done, he's sucked up in the vacuum. I looked in the vacuum today and I can see it there and it hasn't moved and it's clearly dead. So my sister and my mum came around this morning to help me with some gardening. And before they got here, I opened the garage. I moved my 2 big wheelie bins, which are my outside bins, off the grass because we were going to cut the grass, mow the lawn, whippersnip, you know, get rid of the edges, and because the grass had got really long. So I moved the 2 bins onto the driveway. They arrived. We did the whippersnipping. We were they were getting ready to leave. I thought I'll put the bins back onto the grass where they normally sit. And I moved the recycle bin and that was fine. And as I lifted the regular bin, another one ran out from under the bin into the garage under my car. So I moved the bin. My mum's in the garage looking under the car trying to find this spider to get rid of it, kill it, whatever. I came inside, got the bug spray, which there wasn't much left. Mum went around the car spraying underneath the car, you know, around the tyres and underneath, and it didn't go anywhere. It didn't come back out, and so now I'm starting to freak out again that it's in my car. So I come in and get my car keys. I give them to Mum, who gets in the car, turns it on and winds all the windows up. And I know that doesn't stop them from getting in, but the less possibility of it getting in, the better. So this afternoon I needed to go to the shops and get some milk and a couple of other things. And I was like, I don't want to get in that car and be driving down the road and have this thing just appear somewhere, you know, over my shoulder or on the windscreen or wherever. So I walked to the shops. Luckily, I mean, I've got an Aldi that is literally like maybe a 10-minute walk. So I walked to the shops, got my milk and a couple of other things, came home. But tomorrow, I did go into the garage at one stage and open the back of the car and see if I could see if it was visible inside the car. I couldn't see anything. I opened the doors, I checked the in the seal bits around the, you know, where the doors in the door, I don't know what you call them, door frames, you know, of a car, you know, the bit that, anyway. Couldn't see anything, so shut it, locked the car, shut the garage. But tomorrow, I have to go, well, I don't have to, but my sister and my mum and I are going to a local op shop to do a little bit of shopping. I'm not sure what you guys call, if you're watching from America or Britain, I think Britain calls them op shops because I think we're quite British here in Australia. I'm not 100% sure what they call them over in the States, like thrift stores or It's basically a whole big secondhand clothes. Some places have furniture, that sort of stuff. So we've decided there's a new op shop that's opened. Mum and my sister have been there a couple of times and said it's fantastic. So we thought we'd take, every Wednesday they have a morning tea, so we thought we'd do it tomorrow because it's supposed to be a bit cooler tomorrow. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to have to get in my car and drive tomorrow. And I'm going to take the can of bug spray in the car with me and hope that this thing doesn't come out at me while I'm driving, because that could be disastrous. However, if it happens, I want it to happen tomorrow because I'm only driving around my local town tomorrow. Thursday morning, I have to get up and go to work. And I am starting a new shift on Thursday, which is 7 to 3, which means I have to, sorry, every little movement out the corner of my eye catches my eye at the moment, and I freak out about it because it could be a little, I hate them. And another time I might tell the story about why I hate them so much, but right now that's enough spider talk for me, and even just saying the word is like literally giving me shivers up my spine. Okay. Yeah, another time I might tell the story, but I would, yeah, I don't want this thing to come out at me. This is about a 40k drive. It takes me about 45 minutes to get to work, and it's all back roads. It's all like 80k's, 100k's, that sort of thing. And I don't want to be going at those speeds and have this thing appear, because that could be really dangerous for me because of the way I react to them. So there's my little story. It's taken a little bit longer to tell because I tend to go off on tangents sometimes. So if you like these Storytime, ASMR-ish Storytime videos, give me a thumbs up, because it lets me know that you like these videos. Comment down below if you have any suggestions on anything you would like to see in an upcoming video, and I will try to give you, I will give you a shout out if I use your ideas. And you know, it can be hard coming up with new ideas, so if you suggest something, it's probably got a fairly good likelihood of happening. As I've said in previous videos, I won't do eating videos. I personally have misophonia, so I can't stand the chewing sounds and the eating sounds and all those sorts of things. So I won't be able to edit it effectively, so I won't do those sorts of videos because I don't think it's fair to my followers, my subscribers, or anybody who watches the video to have a poorly edited video. Having said that, I'm still learning, so you know, there might be some pretty crappy editing in some of these videos, and I apologize for that. It's not for lack of trying. I'm trying currently to find the right editing program for me. I thought I'd found one, and then it just started taking like 7 or 8 hours to export a video, even if it was only like 12 minutes long. I've got a program which does it faster, does it in a couple of hours, but it's a harder program to master. The first one was quite simple. If you've got any suggestions on editing software to use, I want to try free versions first. I found one which is really good, but it put a watermark on the video, and I don't want that. Not that my videos are very visual, mine are more audio, but you know, it doesn't need to have a watermark on it, and I'm not confident enough with that to buy the program, because I have only used it maybe once or twice because of the watermark. So if you've got any suggestions for good software that has a free version without a watermark that I can try out before I buy, yeah, like I say, comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, and share with any friends or family or anybody that you know that might like ASMR, or you know, Storytime, or I've done a couple of like mini travel sort of vlogs around Brisbane, and a trip to Melbourne that I did earlier this year. So if you like those sorts of videos, let me know, and I'm more than happy to make more of them for you. But that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time I post a video, whenever that may be. Bye.